Hello, Bishop Walsh here. It's Wednesday, January 22nd, and I'm here in Manistee. Today, I spent overnight with Father James Beers at Divine Mercy Parish, and I'm here in his rectory with these beautiful images of our Blessed Mother and Saint Joseph and the child Jesus. And it seems significant to me today because I'll be celebrating Mass today for the legal protection of unborn children, and we certainly put them under the patronage of the Holy Family of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. And also because over the last couple of days on retreat, I had a very important, I think, reintroduction to Saint Joseph, who is my patron saint. I took his name as my confirmation name, and I've always known the importance of his role in my life, but tend to sometimes let it wane, and I recovered it to some degree in St. Joseph's Chapel in McBain, where I spent a few days on retreat. So these past few days have been grace-filled. As last week I mentioned, I was supposed to have been on a trip to Nigeria to ordain men to the priesthood for the Diocese of Maiduguri, and that just didn't work out. So in God's loving providence, what I tried to do was get some time for solitude and for prayer. And so as Jesus gave us the good example of being out amongst the people and town to town and village to village and proclaiming the gospel and living out the life of faith, but also taking time to go to the mountain or to the desert for prayer and for intimacy with his Father. And I think that pattern, that rhythm of prayer is important for all of us in some way, shape, or form, whether we can physically get away and go for that kind of prayer time, or sometimes just carving it out 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the particular day where we could have that solitude, a time when we're not just simply trying to talk to God, but when we're listening. And so what I heard in a very special way was a devotion to St. Joseph, and I found it to be very helpful to me. In the days ahead, I'm going to try to develop something that I thought was somewhat of an inspiration about St. Joseph for an added devotional to him, at least for me, and we'll see if I could maybe promote it in other ways, to call it the St. Joseph's Measure, and use the image of the square of St. Joseph, the carpenter square that is often associated with him, and have 5 medallions on it that would remind us of his particular role. So it would be, Dear St. Joseph, chaste spouse of Mary, help me to love like you. Dear St. Joseph, guardian of the Redeemer, help me to protect like you. Dear St. Joseph, the dreamer, help me to be attentive like you. Dear St. Joseph, the worker, help me to work hard like you. And dear St. Joseph, patron of the Universal Church, help me to will like you. So I think in prayerfulness of devotion to St. Joseph, simple ways of remembering the measure of his discipleship and what that can help us to measure our own was one of the fruits of these past few days. So I'm looking for a way maybe I could use that image and a prayerful devotion to St. Joseph, a simple way of touching base with him, perhaps each day, to remember those virtues of his and to thank him for that example, wholly hidden and humble, of his life. So these days have been grace-filled. I also went down to Bloomfield Hills to my spiritual director at Manistee and spent 3 days there. And again, having that time for spiritual direction to kind of unburden your soul, to have somebody who will listen and have a good confession, and all those important aspects of sacramental life and just good human aspects of formation and dynamics of relationships. So after my time there at St. Joseph's Chapel near McBain, I went to Cadillac and had a good visit with Father Janoski, and then here at Divine Mercy. I figure since I'm out and about, I'm going to do some visiting. And today I'll head back to Gaylord and get back into the office on Thursday and Friday. Now, next week, I'm looking forward to Catholic Schools Week. So all of our students who are in our Catholic schools and their families, we wish a renewed kind of sense of great optimism and joy of having a Catholic education that educates the whole person, body, mind, and spirit, how blessed we are to have resources and people dedicated to that mission. So I'll be out and about visiting our Catholic schools next week for Catholic Schools Week. I want to thank our superintendent of Catholic schools, Penny Clemens, and all of our leaders, administrators, teachers, and staff who, and especially our students who are committed to learning and growing in their life of faith. So thank you for checking in today, and I hope you have a great day. God bless. Hello, it's Bishop Walsh here again. I'm at Divine Mercy Parish in Manistee, and I forgot to add something that's very important to my Wednesday video that I recorded earlier. And so here I am after the Mass, wanting to offer congratulations to our two new seminarian candidates that we had interviewed, and they are accepted as candidates for the Diocese of Gaylord, Chance and Isaac. They are both from the Traverse City area, and they'll start hopefully in the fall of this year, 2025. We have 6 seminarians in formation, and this will be 2 more, so we'll be up to 8 next year as we start the new year for seminary formation. And I know Father Ben Rexroth is hopeful for perhaps several other candidates that have been part of reflecting on where God is calling them, and there's a possibility of them coming into the seminary too. So just a quick congratulations and thanksgiving to God for Isaac and Chance joining us in our seminary formation.